from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. It's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Ben Roethlisberger and the Kansas City Chiefs versus Phillip Rivers and the Houston Texans.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it. It's been a rough year for folks all across this great country, but football's back. The Texans and Chiefs, 2020 season underway. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man back from an elbow injury that sidelined him for the majority of 2019. At 38 years of age, it's Ben Roethlisberger.
We talk so often about his physical attributes. Of course, the Big Ben nickname, his ability to take hits in the pocket, his ability to extend plays and get outside of the pocket. But how about this for efficiency? Top 10 in career NFL passer rating. He's one of the top 5 winningest quarterbacks in NFL history. That's pretty darn good.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Brings up second and
on second down now. It's White. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I don't think there's any doubt that we'll see a little bit more of Mecole Hardman as a receiver in year 2. First year, used him a little bit as a gimmick. Throw it to him occasionally, some jet sweeps, maybe some return game. But he really came on late in the season. 538 yards, 6 touchdowns. A pretty darn good year for a rookie receiver. And really made his huge impact as a return guy. Earned a Pro Bowl nomination in his first season.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Completes it to Hardman. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Going on the ground, it's White, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
A first carry now for Thompson. And this time, the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. O.J. Howard there to make the grab. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback who's in his 17th season now in the NFL, an 8-time Pro Bowler to boot. It's Philip Rivers.
One way you become the all-time leading passer for your team is pure talent, and Philip Rivers has plenty of that. But it's also dedication to your craft and the willingness to get better all the time. Philip Rivers has a van set up with a driver so that when he goes to and from practice, he's able to watch tape and find ways to improve his mechanics each and every day.
The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton there to swallow him up.
A 3-yard pickup.
On second down, it's Jones. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
34-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. And it's
on 3rd and 1. Here's Rivers. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of 19 yards.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rivers. And this is Cook with a grab. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
On the play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Rivers. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On second down, Roethlisberger. That's caught by Howard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He gets it to James White. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
That catch good for only a couple.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Fighting Hilton on the sled. 11 yards there, 1st down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The tackle made.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now a carry for White. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Sanders' kick is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first.
Texans nothing.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of
plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's got this to the rookie from ASU, Brandon Ayuk. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Rivers. That'll be complete to Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And the Texans
on 1st and 10, Rivers. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
That's the end of the 1st quarter.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Rivers. He completes it to Tate.
Rivers pass.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
And the Texans.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so...
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
A loss of 3 yards.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. They're caught by Jerron Brown. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Third and short yardage, Rivers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
First and goal.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rivers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Rivers pass.
That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. One back in the game. That's Jones, second and goal.
At the Chiefs.
Rivers again. He's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. From the gun, Rivers. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 13 yards out. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Roethlisberger. Open man is Howard, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Roethlisberger. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. T.Y. Hilton once again the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
44-yard line.
From the 44, Rivers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Texans on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he finds Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of 10.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Rivers now to throw on first down. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rivers. And Cook has it left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. To the air again here, Rivers.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To Aaron Jones.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. First down, Rivers. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6. At the Chiefs.
Throwing again on second down. Rivers. And they'll get this down to the 10. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
1st and goal.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A first down throw here for Rivers. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
At the 2.
To throw again on second down. Rivers looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jaron Brown, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal from the 2-yard line.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Phillip Rivers, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans have taken the lead.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks. But here, he found all of his guys covered, and he said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team to see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught. This is White. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Rivers now after the fumble recovery. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy.
Rivers pass complete to Austin.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And Bullock will put this one through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
Chiefs 10.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10.
Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some of the best games of the weekend come in that 1 o'clock Eastern window, one of which features the Panthers at home in Carolina, as that promises to be a tight one. Then in the 4 Eastern window, it'll be a later than usual start in Cincinnati, where it'll be the Bengals taking on the LA Chargers. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week with Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants. In the game you're watching, it's the veteran Phillip Rivers, who's up to his old tricks. His guys have the lead in KC as we get you back out to Arrowhead and rejoin Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Taken in the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They've got the lead, and certainly a big reason why some of these catches we take a look at right now.
And I've seen it so many times that when units start to play really well, they feed off of each other and play even better. And they're making every catch possible. Contested, non-contested, easy, difficult, big-time plays. And right now, that's why their team's in the lead.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger fighting Hilton on his slant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. 1st and 10. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run it with Williams. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. T.Y. Hilton there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
the timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing a kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard.
Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting the lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with it over.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. And partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Rivers to throw it. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. First down, here's White.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger completes it to Hardman. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds Howard complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
1st and 10.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. and he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running out of the gun with White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. It's complete. James White. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
Chiefs 20, Texans 17.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
At their own 20.
And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
By Justin Ellis. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 29, Rivers. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. That'll be complete to Cook.
Rivers pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 41-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
Rivers again. Throw right side, got to be taken in by Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a 1-possession lead, looking to expand that now. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone.
At the 14-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that. And
he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Roethlisberger. He's got past the 5. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Ben on 3rd and long.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Ja'Kai Polite in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Fielded at the 43. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. And he's probably wondering, how do I get that mojo back from the first half that he seems to have lost a little bit here in the 3rd quarter?
And every guy has his whisperer on the team. You know, that one guy who can say things to him that other people can't. Right now, he's looking for that guy to kind of, hey, we're good. We're good. 1 interception. Just get it back. Get back to being who you are. And this team will be okay.
Yeah, because they led at halftime, trailing now. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Rivers. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. You thought we'd see pressure. You weren't kidding.
Yeah, I thought that they'd be very aggressive in that type of a situation, and that's what they call getting home, because home is where the quarterback is.
And where the heart is. And
that heart just got shattered in 1,000 pieces.
Here's Andy Lee now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. The drive starts with a run by White. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
White, the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Nicole Hardman, the intended target. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Khalil Mack, his second sack of the night.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught. This is White. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. That's complete to White. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a 33-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
Chiefs 23, Texans 17.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion, but this time...
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
37-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
on 2nd and 9. Roethlisberger. That's caught by Howard. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. The Chiefs on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Out of his end zone, Rivers. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Quick slant to Brown. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Houston.
1st down, Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Rivers on the money, complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
Christian Jones got him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rivers looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Nick Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Rivers. This one complete to the tight end O'Shaughnessy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long for Rivers. Caught by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
KC's offense ready to take over. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
At the 14.
That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. And he knows it, they know it, everybody in this stadium knows a touchdown and a PAT, and they can walk away with a win.
So it's time to focus, and just focus on the task at hand. Everything that's been practiced along the way. This 2-minute drill gets practiced all the time. How things have to be run, the types of plays that they like in this situation, the types of throws the quarterback likes, get it downfield. But there is a little extra urgency because they know they can finish it right here. Touchdown, and as you said, PAT, and they walk off the field winners.
Down 6 in crunch time. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown.
Jared Cook there to make the grab. And the Texans can take the lead with an extra point.
As the calendar keeps turning, I always hope that someone tells me that I get better with age. But Jared Cook is absolutely doing that. 33 years old back in April, had a career-high 9 touchdown catches last year in just 14 games, and that was second only to Mark Andrews of the Ravens. Jared Cook, a Pro Bowler after the 2019 season.
Randy Bullock lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Good.
Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Mecole Hardman. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Hardman on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own.
So Ben Roethlisberger and the offense down 24-23. A minute 53 remaining. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will score. It's a touchdown.
Houston.
And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone and bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. The Houston defense we watch as they get set to go. And they're just trying to keep him out of the end zone. Obviously, a field goal does no good in this situation. So what's the appropriate amount of pressure defensively, Charles?
I think you send a little more pressure than what is normal. If you normally want to send a 3-man rush, maybe you make it 4. If it's 4, maybe you make it 5. Anything to make sure that he can't just sit back there all day and find a target. And then you tell your secondary, play your normal coverage, and maybe an extra step or 2 back.
Yeah, be careful that nothing goes over the top. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. And some room to maneuver. And this results in 6 touchdowns. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it, but it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs, and they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. And now all eyes shift over to the Chiefs. Trailing in this one now. Less than 90 seconds to go. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 2-point conversion mixed in there as well. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. It's complete to Fuller. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And he fires one incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
And 6 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Complete to Hilton. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
Tonight's final
Well, my
score,
friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game. The first